What's up, reefers? Welcome to Alex for Corals. This is Alex Wilson, and this is my video log where you can learn from my mistakes, so come check it out. Alright, so here's a shot of my main display, and I got these from Treasure Corals. I got these light, what are they called? Light shades, I guess. Yeah, that just these guys clip on and give the shades to these XR30s, and I really like them because it's perfect for just these guys when you're sitting in a living room situation like this, and the glare just from the light hitting you when you're down low and in a chair trying to watch television, then you get a little too much of the light. So I have it like that, really good. Seems to work really well, and it also has the diffusers on there, and of course they are not true diffusers, but the idea is just the same thing. The idea is just to make the light a little bit more comfortable, so you have a little bit less glare, right, in your home environment type of thing. So yeah, really like having those two on there. It does reduce the amount of your light you're getting a little bit, and I'm looking for the same thing for the Kessels. Meanwhile, I just glued on a piece board right there. It seems to work okay for now as well. But also doing the lower lighting intensity, I removed those XR15s I had up there, the two, so I just running the two XR30s on this one. Seems to be a lot better. Right now I'm doing it just at 50% thus far, until my corals kind of bounce back. I'm gonna give it, it's gonna take I don't know how many months, but kind of getting back to where they were at, and then maybe increase the lighting from there. And the same thing over here on the 20-gallon quarantine system. I put the same shade on this XR15 right there with the diffuser as well. So it seems to be pretty good. This one here, I'm running it at 100% right there, and so good so far. What else could I say? Also running these innovative marine pumps, and seem to be doing really well. I got one there, and just one. I used to have two, one on each side, but I removed just, and I'm going with just the one for now, and it seems to be pretty darn good. I mean, this is about the size of what would be the MP10s, but it really does a good job on the flow as long as you keep it the coralline algae off of it. Keep the coralline algae clean. Really gets really good flow. It just really good wave action on the wave modes that it does have, and just gets really good agitation all the way on the other side. By the way, this is a 5-foot long aquarium, and it's just 14 inches tall, so definitely short there. And it's 24 inches, 2 feet deep. So definitely getting some good agitation over here on the fuzzy mushrooms, bouncing up and down really good, and the heliofungia over there getting rolled over on the side by the flow. Got the Stylophora garden right there. Same thing, getting these guys, and they're dancing around a little bit, and it's just the pop extension on these Stylophoras lately. It's just absolutely crazy good, so happy about that. As you can see, the Goniopora over here getting the flow on this side of it, and I have it like on wave mode, where it's kind of really starts to get a wave action. My second favorite mode too is where it just turns on for a minute and then turns off for a minute. That's kind of cool. It's on and just blasting, if you have it high enough. And then, so you get a good agitation, and yet without having to start bothering the corals, which is the constant flow, it just completely shuts off and gives everybody a rest. You kind of see what things look like without the flow. So it shuts off for about a minute, which is really nice. So yep, there's a shot of that one over there. It's the Innovate. You can see it turned on and off right there. Innovative Marine craziness. That's right, Yellow Tank. What do we got going over here? We got the crazy pump Madness. What else is going on? I got the alkalinity. I try to keep it at 9. I'm using the Alpha Reef thus far, so good so far. Got the I keep it at 9. Why? Good buffer. You got a safety buffer going up a couple points, going down a couple points, of course. And let's see, nitrates on these guys. It's much slower. You know, it goes down. It goes all the way down to about 5 parts per million, and then from there I'm bumping it up all the way, dosing it up to 20 parts per million. And that's right. Thus far, I'm still using the sodium nitrate, and good results thus far. And up next, I have for the phosphates. I've been using the nail phos, but I am running out, so I will be using the trisodium phosphate, mixing up a new mix of that to see how that goes coming up. So look forward to that in the next coming weeks. By the way, though, the phosphates, it's interesting because, yeah, it just keeps going down and down and down. Both these systems like crazy. And so what I do is, I check once a week. And when I do, it goes down to about 0.05 or so. And then I dose it all the way up. Like this big one here, I dose it all the way up to 0.4. That's right, 0.4 parts per million. No, wait, 0.5. 0.5 parts per million, and then on the 20-gallon quarantine, 0.4 parts per million. So in just 1 week, it's all the way down to 0.05 around there. So I know that if I don't dose it, within 2 weeks, it's going to be at 0.0. It's going to be bottoming out. And so that's what I've been doing, just more and more. I'm also tempted to just go ahead and dose it up to like one parts per million, and just sit there and watch it go down week by week. I know I can, as long as it's not toxic to the corals. I don't think it is, but being that the case, I'm taking it slow. But in theory, I'm thinking that I should be able to dose it up to like 1 or something, and then instead of doing it every week, I could even just dose it once a month. And then just watch it go down. As long as it's sucking up the phosphate like it currently has been. It's just totally crazy. So let's check out what's going on with the corals over here. Might as well check it out now that we're looking at them. I got the toadstool over there lashed up against the back glass, doing pretty good. We got the mandarin there. Got the purple rhodactis, orange rhodactis. I got my green rhodactis. Got the bounce red discosoma right here. However, he's being completely taken over by stung by the orange rhodactis right here. So you can see that they're taking him over. I was thinking he was gonna like move up the rock, but he's not really moving that much. The red one is just holding his ground, but yet he's being like disintegrated or being pinched over by the orange rhodactis there. I got my bubbles over here. I got them. They were just about touching with the elegance coral, so I moved some things around, moved the bubbles over there. I took a rock out, put them right there. Got the green bubble and the white bubble slammed together. That's right. Usually likes, bubbles with bubbles. You can usually get away with mushrooms with mushrooms. It's usually likes with likes. It's a good thing to remember, except for the exceptions. You don't want to just take it. The elegance coral is looking so crazy lately. It's huge. Elegance corals with elegance, that does work. And of course hammers with hammers, and the frog spawns with the hammers always fun, except for the torches. Keep those guys away from them. I'm not a huge torch fan myself, but these don't mix them in there like you can do with these hammers and frog spawns. They're obviously very, very closely related species, almost the same. And my favorite thus far, got the splatter hammer right there, splattering away. Hammer Madness. Alright, in the back I got these got the branching digitatas. And the same thing, rainbow loom, same thing there. Green Bolly Slimer, I got the radical red stag back there, doing the same. Some green Slimer, I got some millipora. Same PC rainbow right there. What have we got? This one here, I think this is the pink fuego right here from Unique Corals. They got it mixed up with some other ones, but I think it's just a pink fuego. It's kind of like a pink to it, but it's also starting to get some green. Good polyp extension on them, crazy. What else do we got? The other, where's the Miyagi tort? It's right over there. It has been not quite the same polyp position that he had in the past. I think it's from increased lighting, but he almost kind of lost his green on him, kind of like browned out a little bit, but he's starting to get a little bit of the green back on him, so hopefully coming back from there. What else do we got? Close-up shot of, this is the Frankenberry table from Abe at Coral Euphoria, also one of my favorites, doing good. And what is this? Kryptonite Madness. That's right, this is the Kryptonite candy cane from Than at Tidal Gardens, also one of my favorite. Just the brightest green possible. Just amazing for the. What else do we got over here? We got the Clam Garden. That's right here. They are all together like Clam Madness. Got the Maxima to the left, and then to the right, I got all three of the purple Croceas, and then to the right, I got that blue-rimmed Squamosa, also doing good there. Got the Blastomosas, and this is the home record of the left, doing pretty good. Good color, good polyp extension coming back from the Light Blast, I think. And then the Walt Disney right there, also coming back little by little, I think. Almost wiped him out. And I got that Christmas tree warm rock. Oh yeah, check out this is the special Jason Fox parades that I had epoxied on here and kind of burnt it up, but since he's coming back and it's starting to take over his little the area that had died off, and you can see it's right up against the old parietes right there. And let's see, parietes sting parietes. It looks like parietes with parietes the safest well, guys. There it is, unless they really are fighting right there. See if they start to sting each other or not, but thus far it looks like they are not. But the original green parietes on here too is starting to really come back, and it's taking over its old territory. Really crazy. Look at the polyp extension on it. Almost looks like fuzzy hair when it is really this extended. The polyp extension on the parietes. So when you're seeing the parietes, most of the time it just looks like this leather-like texture appearance. That's just the polyps all closed up. And you know, this did that too before. That's like they go through like a dormant period, like just like Acropora, maybe even just a much longer period of it seemed like it was maybe more like 6 months, you know, where they just about go dormant, and then suddenly they come back out and open like crazy, you know, after dying off too a little bit. So it's like they go through this dormant, I think. And the same thing, here's the other one. This is the smaller Christmas tree worm rock with the microworms. And the parietes is the same thing, just crazy fuzzy everywhere. And what else do we got? We got the brains. This is the Diphastrias right here. And the Camo Fabia, also Difastria, I believe. And Samuel Coral Garden still doing good, guys. And there's my Goniastrius. I got the green. This is the green splatter Goniastria. This is the, I can't remember if it's like a rainbow Goniastria or what, but they do it. There he is, the green Goniastria having there in the corner. All right, guys. So that's a shot update of the main display. Okay, let's check out the $20 aquarium. And so what's going on over here is that a lot of people might be curious as to a lot of people how do you run a 20-gallon quarantine and what's going on with fishless reefing. A lot of people are just like, well, if you just can't run aquarium without fish because the algae is going to take over. Well, that's in theory, you know. Well, in practice, it's the same thing. The algae does take over on the short term, but on the long term, I was able to get this one established, and so it definitely does work for me with zero fish in here. How does it work? Well, in theory, people say, well, it was the snails. The snails eating them. Yeah, except the fact that when the algae was going out of control, the snails were growing out of control too, but that I don't, they just balanced out eventually. It seems like, I had a whole bunch of snails at first too, and the stomatellas. I have these different types of snails in here, and then as well as the Astreus starfish seem to have taken over. So it seems to be a lot more of the Astreus starfish than there's ever been before. Anyway, there it is, guys. So you can do it fishless reefing, and you can do it in a 20-gallon aquarium. And how do you do the quarantine, all the stuff? Oh my god, it's absolutely impossible. You have to run 2 systems. Oh my god, it's so hard, and you have to it has to be so big. No one can be a 20-gallon aquarium just like this, and it is you have to quarantine every snail and every piece of water and every piece of live rock and every piece of crushed coral and piece of sand, a piece of coral that goes in here. Yep, that's right, and it's not that hard either. And what I could say is that I just run this completely separate. It's a 20-gallon. Here it is. I just keep it fairly simple. I just run the Aquamax protein skimmer right there, just with the fans. I got the just with the pump right there and the fans to keep it cool. I got the heaters. I got the probes. And other than that, it's the same thing. I mean, I test the alkalinity, the same thing, nitrates and phosphates. And so yeah, I mean, it's just like running. I mean, definitely have 2 systems to take care of. That's true. I mean, 2 sets of water parameters to check, when to record and take care of. But it definitely works, and it's just you have to have, it's not like a whole bunch of work and that it's absolutely impossible. But what it is more of its patience, because you have to be able to get your new corals that are going to come in, or your new snails, or your new live rock or anything. Boom, they go in here, and then they sit in here for 2.5 months. Yeah, so I mean, that's the hard part, is just putting them in here. You having the discipline to do that, and you just sit and wait for them. But once you get used to it, it's no big deal at all. At least that's how it has been for me thus far. So yep, that's my two cents on these guys. And these guys are still alive, by the way. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on for my new Acropora frags and the old ones. So what is in the back right there? I got that was a kryptonite tenuous right there from Keith. That reef bump, still doing good, Keith. There it is. And then to the left, I have some rainbow. That's the rainbow loon like crazy. And then I got the keyline pies, just encrusted like mad, pooling everywhere. To the front right here, this is the green frog, and doing well. And so this is the new turf burner table. That one's definitely bleached out on me, so I have to see if he recovers going down. Everyone else is doing a little bit better though. This is the apes. These blueberry wine. It's got some nice purple color so far. This one is like one of the pearl berries Abe had over there. And then this one right here is the ultimate shortcake. Still alive. Should have better pulp extension though. This one right here, this is a table. Acropora. This is the blueberry or berry acro table. And then I got the slimers here to the left. Should have better pulp extension on them, but they're still doing pretty good. That one has a lot better pulp extension. The other one's better color as well, whereas these ones over here definitely have their pulps closed up and definitely losing a little bit of color on them. So that's not good. But let's come over here and check out the rest of this Acropora Madness. If you're willing to come check it, every little frag out here, it is. What's going on? This one right here is the Lone Wolf from Sunnyside Corals. So really like this one from these guys. Nice crazy purple with green. And this is the other Walt Disney I got from Abe, and definitely has some nice yellow on them, so hopefully it'll stay that way. Could be that they get too much green in theory because you're getting under the higher lighting intensities. I guess I heard that that's true with a lot of the corals. Under the higher intensity, they will get more of that green on them for the sunscreen protection, and that they can lose some of the other more of the other colors they have underneath. So if you give them less lighting, then you might be able to see more of the kind of unique lighter colors on them. This is to the left. This is the reef, the stag. This is the red stag right there. Red robin. Almost forgot the name for a second. Red robin stag, doing good pulp extension there on the base too. Nice colors, purple on the red. So I've had several frags of these die so far. This one's doing good so far. Got the fox flame in the back. Lost his yellow tips on him, but still alive. Got that one on the back is a Superman table from Jason Fox. So doing good pulp extension on him. And this is another frag of the Pikachu. And to the left I got the Rainbow Delight, and then in the back I got the Green Rogers table, and then I got the two huge Pikachu colonies that I got from TCK Corals. Happy about that thus far. Good pulp extension on these guys so far. And this is the rainbow stag right there. That's right, Hugo's rainbow stag, super fuzzy, crazy stag. Not the most colorful. It's the rainbow stag. Definitely has colors, but it's not the green. A lot of times it has a lot of brown on it. There it is. Just crazy pulp extension. And then in the back, right, that one is the red spot. Pink tip table. Pink tip table right there from Abe. So tips on them, definitely not pink yet, but it's usually kind of a grayish base with the. This one looks more of a green though, so good so far. And this one is the Tyree Pink Lemonade. Good color, good pulp extension so far. And then Paletta's Pink Tip. Then I got this is the Pearlberry. That's right, this is the Pearlberry right here, the one that I got from Unique Corals. No, not Unique Corals, my bad. Top Shelf Aquatics. Yeah, they got this really nice Pearlberry, so I had to get a frag of them, and there he is. So fingers crossed, they're definitely on the more sensitive side, so hopefully he will start to really make it. And this guy in the back, this is the Ice Tort. Crazy Ice Tort. This guy's just absolutely mad. It's got the really good pulp extension on him. Green and purple madness like everywhere. And this guy here to the front, this is the Pink Tip. And then in the back, I got two of the Oregon Blue Tort frags. I got one from TCK Corals and the other one from Top Shelf. So they're doing pretty good. Crazy clam. He was up here in the front. He had lashed himself onto one of the rocks. Thought he was doing good right there, but then he popped himself off and was over here playing bumper clam with my frags, with the acroporas up here. So I had to put him back over here into this spot, and this spot looks like he has latched onto the rock right there and is doing good, so he could bump around right there. They like to be kind of like in little cracks like these croceas are the boring clams. So to the left right here, this is another frag of Jason Fox. Lost of its yellow tips as well, but he should be doing good. Almost forgot right here, we got this is the Jason Fox Jolt. So yeah, he's got some really good nice colors on this guy, right? And not yet as it gets into a nice colony, but there it is. Right there's still alive, so fingers crossed. Got purple. There he is, Jason Fox. He's jolting around. This is a TCK birthday. And then this one is their devil stag. And then in the one last but not least is another of the PC rainbow, and this one definitely is a nice example of the rainbow coloration on the acropora. So it's got the green down on the bottom on the base, and then it's got the yellowish gold on top with the red tips and the red polyps. So hopefully it's going to keep that nice rainbow coloration as it grows into a colony, hopefully. And last, can't forget the gold fingers as well. One of the ones over here I saw at TCK corals that I had to get just because they're really nice, big frag, really good price, and just love the polyp extension on this guy's areas. This is one of the call them gold fingers. So yep, there he is. And then my stylophorus right here. I got the bug out stylophora, I got the Steve Garrett stylophora with the green, and then the pink stylophorus, my favorite stylophorus of all the stylophorus thus far. Yep, and it's good. There he is right there. Just absolutely crazy coloration on the pink stylophorus. I'm definitely a fan of the pink stylophorus. And then I got the hammers. Still doing good. These are the bicolors. Now I was supposed to be getting the same ones, and I wanted one with like more deeper purple tips, because at first I got this one and it was lighter tips. I thought, well, now I ordered this one and it came back even lighter. So anyway, there they are. Maybe they'll darken up with time. Alright guys, well that's it. That's a detailed shot of every single one of these crazy frags in there. Alright guys, well happy reefing. Check you on the next one. Bye.